Listen, I am not unlike any other artists in that I've had some horrible experiences on the road, just like everyone else. And today, that's what we're going to talk about on Raleigh's Roast, starring Raleigh Keegan.
We gotta do that. We gotta put
Every
that
time.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey man.
I'm good. Good to
It's
see
good
you again.
to see you. It's been weeks.
Weren't you sick recently?
It's been a week.
Don't shake my hand again.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
No,
yeah, I'm getting over some.
It's not me, it's you.
I'm getting over some sniffles.
Okay.
So it happens. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what you said earlier.
Which was?
That there has been some awful things. I'm sorry, not awful things. That sounds really bad. There's just been, every musician has road horror stories. Horror stories.
Horror.
Spell it.
HORROR.
Good job.
Unlike last
10 out of
time,
10
the word
Raleighs.
out of the day. The word out of the day was atrocious, which for the record is ATROICIOS.
Nope.
Did I just spell it wrong again?
Yep.
You for real have to cut that out. Is this going to be another one? Is this going to be another sound clip? Can Raleigh spell atrocious again? The answer is no. Are we for real going to have 2 YouTube clips of me trying to spell atrocious 2 episodes in a row on different weeks?
Yep. It's not in a row. This one will be after.
See, this is going to make my journal.
What? You have a journal?
No, I
You
don't
have
have
a journal?
I don't have a journal, but I do have.
It's okay to have a journal.
I do have like an enemy list, and it's kind of like you just made it, you know?
Gotcha. I thought I was already on it.
No, Nick. You just got on it now.
Can I say? Can I say something? When I first met you, I was traveling with the band. You weren't with us yet. We picked you up on the way, so we were having a great time chumming it up in the bus or whatever. Whatever. And then we pick you up, and immediately I'm like, this guy doesn't like me.
Huh. I feel like I give friendly vibes. Do I not give friendly vibes?
You did, but you were just so. It was almost like you were just so not interested in me at all. Which I think I like attention way too much.
Honestly,
you were like, you were doing something.
You're off the enemy list. Because it seems like I need to give you some words of affirmation. You're on the friend list.
Thank you.
As of now.
Am I top friend on MySpace?
I don't know if we would say,
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. That was just my own insecurities because you were busy. You were on your phone. You were doing stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to put your phone down because
thought you were.
The reason I'm on my phone is because
Is to talk to the fans.
Talk to the fans, but you talk to y'all. But the thing
hands
is,
in front of you on this camera.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands. You know that Will Ferrell movie? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Will Ferrell movie when he goes, it's Talladega Nights.
Oh,
if you've not seen Talladega Nights, it's one of my favorite movies.
Great.
Man, I'll tell you what,
Summer
5th grade was a good year. And Will Ferrell goes, I don't know if I was in 5th grade, but anyways, Will Ferrell goes, I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Is that the one where he's on fire?
It's way funnier in the moment. That wasn't that funny. Let's move.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move pretty.
All right, so you're off the enemy list.
Thank you.
All right, you're on the friend list. What
Great.
we found out today is when you first met me, I was unfriendly.
No,
And every one of you should dislike me.
That's not okay.
Right. This is Raleigh's roast. That's it.
No.
Good episode.
No. No, it's that I like being showered with compliments all the time.
So your love language is words of affirmation.
Oh, for sure.
See, mine is physical touch. So if you ever want to show me love,
I love him.
sometimes things get uncomfortable here.
You just said that it was your love language.
Right.
So why does that make you uncomfortable?
Well, it's different for males. I think when males do physical touch, to me, I feel less love.
Okay.
We
should move past
when it's male on male, my love language is physical untouch.
All right, we've got some coffee today on Raleigh's Roast.
See, I'm gonna get fired. I'm never gonna make it in this freaking industry. I'm gonna say something stupid.
I'm firing you right now from this
I bet
segment.
you $100 Donald Trump makes it on this podcast.
By the way,
He just did.
By the way, we haven't Les Claypool. So we need to keep up with all the things that we need.
We've asked you guys for specific things.
Yeah. And you have not delivered.
You've not delivered yet. One, we wanted Donald Trump on. No one's delivered that yet.
That's a pretty lofty.
You would think, honestly, Donald Trump would. This is a pretty big platform. You'd think he'd want our support.
In a way, I'm most shocked that he hasn't been.
I'm really shocked. It's honestly kind of like he's like the president of the United States. And
so, A, Donald Trump. B, we need Les Claypool from Primus.
Yes. And just 3, Jennifer Lawrence. Because I love a lot of her actressing.
You have no idea.
Her actressing.
So funny.
She's from Louisville, Kentucky.
You have no
idea. Do you know
idea.
her? What are you trying to find?
I asked Jennifer Lawrence to prom.
For real?
Yeah.
This is going to be a sound bit. I can't wait for this. Tell us the story.
I woke up one day.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask Jennifer Lawrence to prom. Because it was right before that became a thing where like nobodies would ask celebrities to prom. But it was like right on the cusp, but like someone had just done like what's that model? Kate
Upton.
I
know Kate Upton.
You know Kate Upton?
This is going to be a great sound bit too. I literally know her. But keep going.
What?
Keep going with your. I'll go. Okay. You go with your story. I'll go with.
I never met her. So you'll have one up to me yet again. Raleigh Keegan is one up to me. But I made a video. Do you
feel insecure again?
Yeah.
You're off my enemy list.
Every day I feel even more insecure.
You made a video to ask her out.
I made a video to ask her to prom, and it was on Good Morning America and the Today Show. And
you're kidding.
No. And they asked to fly me.
Can you find it and play it now?
Yes. I can't find it right now.
Yeah, but I mean like in the episode.
I will play it now.
Got it.
Wow, what a great video.
Wow, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited to see it. Holy crap.
It's so embarrassing. But I was doing it to be funny, and people didn't. I don't feel like a whole lot of people understood that. I was doing it to be funny.
Yeah.
It was like a funny thing.
But it blew up.
And it was on Good Morning America and the Today Show, and the producers found out my parents' contact info. Don't know how. The producers
they would find it.
They found it, and they were like, "We want to fly him to be on." I think it was Good Morning America.
You were on Good Morning America.
They played the clip, so I didn't get to fly.
Oh, but you got to go there and watch it.
No, because it was snowed out. It was like a blizzard, and all the flights became canceled. I was this craziest story. I was this close to being on. Yeah,
dude, that's one of the better stories I've heard in a while.
Thank you. But anyway, she didn't go to prom with me.
What? I thought that was how it was going to end.
No,
it got on Good Morning America, and she still said no. Honestly, Jennifer,
you missed out.
People don't forget. When she asked us, when this podcast gets huge and she asked us to prom, what are we going to say?
We're
big
nothing.
Fat.
No, we're not going to say anything.
Well, think about it. No, it'll be a no, Jen.
It'll be a no.
All right, let me tell you about how I know Kate Upton.
I'm excited.
I played football in college.
Okay.
And
this has gone. Hold on. This has gone on a long time.
I know.
Actually doing
it's great.
Anything.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. This is great. Listen, I know Kate Upton because in college she dated someone that I played football with. His name was Dane. Kate Upton was an aspiring at the time an aspiring model, and she would fly in from New York City to Kentucky. And she would bring him gifts all the time. She brought him a husky. This was like our friend too. I mean, I'm thinking, like I hung out with Kate Upton probably upwards of 10 times, but at the time she wasn't huge. She brought him like a husky dog.
As a gift?
As a gift. She was becoming wealthy and becoming, she was becoming successful.
So she got him a dog.
She got him a dog.
Does Dane still have it?
I don't know.
Dane, do you still have Kate?
Dane, really
Upton's?
quick, just text me, bro. Do you still have that dog?
Kate Upton.
Would love to know. Sincerely, Raleigh.
XOXO, Raleigh.
XO. But listen, so it was hilarious because we would have to do study halls, mandatory study halls.
Yeah.
And we would all sit there, and all the guys, maybe me too at the time, I was single, but all the guys really were trying to flirt with Kate.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought she was cute.
So Kate was there?
She
at
sat
study hall?
every time. Because she flew in from New York, she had nothing else to do. She only knew one person in Kentucky. So it's Kate Upton. What else is she going to do? She's going to sit with a guy she came to see with.
Anything. Then
anyways,
study
all
hall.
the guys are throwing. We're 18, 19. We're throwing little paper things at Kate Upton.
All right.
But long story short, the relationship is cut short.
Okay. Right.
Dane, you silly man. Dane, I believe cheated on Kate. So you might be wondering how the backup safety at Georgetown College cheated on Kate Upton. and so am I.
Yeah.
But that's what happened.
So
Kate,
Dane,
we're still buddies, I would
Dane,
assume.
if you're still listening, you can still text Raleigh if you have the husky, but
Would love to know what you named it.
But
did you name it Kate?
But also sorry for telling that story.
Dude, you know I love you. That just came out of nowhere.
He
said he knew Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
So of course I'm going to say I knew Kate Upton.
No, I didn't know. I asked her to prom. It's a different.
That's but he got on Good Morning America. All
Yeah.
I've got is this show.
What do you mean? All you have is the
Listen, you never know what's going to happen on Raleigh's Roast. Do you?
world syndicated.
The world. We got to get to business.
Okay. Yeah, it's time to move on.
It's time to move on. This coffee's been sitting here. I'm anxious to try it.
I am also too individual. Shout out to Urbana Cafe, who is one of these cups.
And they're located in
Cincinnati, Ohio,
which is where I was born. Well, not born, but from.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that you were not born there.
Urbana Cafe.
Urbana Cafe.
All right, so we don't know which one's which.
It's one of them,
Hold
and it's versus. It's versus Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, which is of course the queen of dairy. So
coffee's close to dairy. So we've got A,
and we've got
B, and
Want
first
to try
sip.
A first?
First sip. Yep, I think A's first. First sip is black.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
Not good.
Is there a not good rating? Can we just say
Not good.
not good?
Not good out of
Not
Raleigh.
good out of 10.
Out of
10 Raleighs.
Yeah. No, that's a little harsh. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna. That was better than. All right, the last time we did this, the last time you and I did this, we had one that was pretty atrocious.
I will say this. I will say this. It's not a 0.
I was gonna say 2 Raleighs out of 10.
I'll say 3.
Wow, that was nice.
So 3 Raleighs, 2
For
Raleighs.
A.
For A.
Okay.
All right, B. Oh, B, we gotta show it.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's warmer.
I would call that delightful. DELIGHTFUL.
Congratulations.
There's only one word I don't know how to spell. It's atrocious.
It tastes different.
It's certainly different, but you don't like coffee.
I don't like black coffee.
I think I know which one's Urbana.
How many Raleighs? I'm gonna rate this one like a 5. This
Okay.
B.
I'm gonna
Oh.
I guess I'm gonna. I'm thinking a 7.5, solid 7.5
Really?
Raleighs.
See, I don't like black coffee though.
Yeah,
So
I love
I'm
black
gonna
coffee.
add-
I'm actually gonna drink.
But this one's the better one. B for better. BET.
B. I would say B is
ER.
better. A. I hope is Dairy Queen
Okay.
because
I'm gonna add some.
you don't expect much from the Queen of Dairy.
Here's what we're gonna talk about today. After all that, we are going to talk about some terrible road stories. And I have one that I love telling to people. The individuals on this run, we promised not to tell anybody about it, and I immediately broke that promise and tell everyone. And it's been like 6 years. It's fine, but you should start.
You want me to start?
Maybe. Do you have bad road stories?
We can go back and forth if you want.
I really only have one.
I'll start.
Okay.
Okay. One of the worst things that's ever happened to me in my life, ever, was driving. These 3 people remember this like it was yesterday.
Okay.
But Luke Marshall, Chris Belcher, and Duke McClellan and I drove to North Dakota in a mid-sized pickup truck. We drove 28 hours.
Yeah.
We played in, I'm not going to name the town, but it was in North Dakota.
Was
And
it
it was
Fargo?
Nope. It was on a Tuesday night, and we played 4 hours for one person who sat at the bar, didn't face us, and didn't clap one time for 4 hours straight. 4 hours straight. So when you get done with that, folks, when you're done with that, you know, this was pretty early on, but you get done with that and you wonder, do I have to do this again?
Yeah.
You wonder like, will I make?
But you didn't. So you didn't enjoy it.
You wake up and you go. You didn't enjoy it. You wake up and you go. I don't think I can do this. But I always say, if I could make it through that, then I could make it through anything. And I had to realize I had to deal with the fact that I just drove 3 other humans 28 hours. Mm-hmm. And I put them through this too.
I can imagine that's a lot different.
Man, that was one of the worst days of my life.
Okay, I have.
You have a good one?
I have the coup de grace.
Okay, do it.
Bad gig stories.
Do it.
So if I'm gonna use their first names, Ryan and what is his name? Oh no, Ryan and whoever else, the guitar player. If you're listening to this, sorry, but I tell this story often. All right, so it was my first Nashville gig. It was my first gig ever that wasn't from or in Owensboro or around Owensboro. Because, that page, Nashville Gig Finder. There was this individual, I won't use her name, but there was an individual on there, or his name. It was an artist that was asking, she was like, I need drums for a run. And I was like,
what's a run? So people don't know what a run is.
A run is just going to do a date or a couple of dates, but it's not
shows.
But it's not long enough to be like a tour.
It's a couple shows.
Yeah, it's like a couple shows, but this was like one show. So it was like 6 years. This was like 6 years ago.
Wow.
So she's like, here's a set list. I was like, cool. And I really didn't know how important it was to do homework yet at this point. I was like, oh, I kind of know these songs. So I will say that a little bit of the gig being horrible is a little bit my fault. But I didn't know all the songs like as good as I should have. And back then I wasn't even like a phenomenal drummer. I'm not a phenomenal drummer now, but at least I can hold it down.
Right,
now.
right.
But anyway, that's not that. But I was thinking, I was like, I'm just filling in though. I was like, the guitar player and the bass player are going to be able to, hold it down or whatever. So I show up and I'm loading my drums into like a little trailer, whatever. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning and another car pulls up and it's the guitar player. And he's this British dude. He's got this British accent. I can't do a British. I was going to do a British accent. I'm not going to. And he goes, hey, is this where the gig is? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, great. Nice to meet you. I'm whoever. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then the artist comes out. And he goes, oh, nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, the guitar player is a fill-in, too. I was like, well, at least the bass player will know what's happening. Bass player shows up. He's a fill-in, too. The whole band is filling in. And none of us knew it. And the artist didn't tell us. The artist did not tell us that we were all filling in, which is something you need to say. You need to say, you know what I'm saying? Or ask for a band. But she just asked for individuals. So we all show up and we're all like, so we're loading in. And she's like pulling this U-Haul trailer in this like Pontiac vibe, which is not supposed to pull things. So it's like on fire the whole time. And we go to like South Carolina. So it's like 14 hours or something like that. And we're driving and we're having a grand old time. Me and the bass player and the guitar player, we are getting along so great. Like it is like honestly one of the best times I've had, like just talking on the road.
Yeah.
So contrast that with we get there and like the last hour of the trip is a dirt road. And we're like, oh no. We show up and it's like a dirt racetrack is where the gig is. There's no PA. She was supposed to bring a PA. Didn't bring one. And we're like, and we set up and like the stage manager dude, the stage was like falling down and it was like made out of wood. And he goes, don't go behind the stage or the gators will get you.
Oh my God.
And I laughed. I was like, okay. And he goes, no, for real. And I was like, what? He's like, don't go back there at all. And we're like, and it was like a swamp. And we're
of
like,
gators.
Yeah, we're like, So we get out, we get there, no PA. She had like a little practice PA that she used for her vocals. The bass player had to like crank up his little 212 cabinet or whatever. And so we are like 45 minutes into this gig. And I was under 21, but I was like, drunk because I was like, I'm not sober right now, like you know, whatever. And we're playing through, and I'm like not really knowing these songs, and it doesn't matter because you can't hear anything anyway, and whatever. And then the bass player's amp catches on fire.
Wait, what?
His amp catches on fire. It's still on, it's still working, and I'm like playing, and I look over, and I'm like, Ryan. He's like, what? And I'm like, he goes. And then he looks at me and I'm like, okay. And we go da 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 in the middle and the singer, she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like unplugging and stuff. It's like crap. And then to cap it off. So like, and we ended like 2 hours early. To cap it off, she booked the Airbnb in the wrong city. So we had to unload from all that. drive 2 hours
gosh.
to sleep for 4, and then get back on the road to Nashville. And that was it. That was my first Nashville gig.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
God bless you.
So, can you top that?
Mine's different. I've got two. I got two, but I just forgot one. But I know this one because it's in front of me.
Okay.
There was a time when I don't know if it was like a virus or something like that, but I was warming up to sing before a show. We were doing sound check, and like my voice like dropped like an octave, and it was like that for over a month. But at the time, I was like, "What is going on?" Like freaking out. And so like and anything over a certain note would crack. So I have an example of me trying to sing, and I'm going to put it up into the microphone.
Okay. Yeah.
And here's what I sounded like, and I had to do an entire show like this.
I'm headed out south to the land of the pines, somewhere my way in North Carolina.
Wait.
Steering up the road, pray to God I see headlights.
And you played shows?
I had to do a whole show. It was an important show, and I had to do it. And I was just like, I mean, I feel like I kept getting on the mic and being like, I'm sorry.
Important how? Was it like a showcase?
No.
Okay.
It was a very good paying show.
And
So
you
it was
have not
like
been asked back.
it was like, you know, at the time. Okay, picture this. I just quit my job. Not just, probably a few months before. I quit my job. I had a mortgage. We had a house. I had to pay the mortgage. You can't. That gig, it was like a good gig. It like paid more than like other gigs. And so you can't quit on it.
No.
Like, or else you don't pay your mortgage.
Right.
So what you do is you
you
sing,
need to do that.
"Rock me, mama." I mean, what else wouldn't you have done the same?
Yeah.
Do you have more? Because I've got one more.
I have one I can tell.
Do it, and then I got one more, and then we're good.
I've got a short one that I can tell. This individual posts on Nashville Gig Finder and was like, I need a merch guy / tour manager. And I was like, cool. And so this individual said that he had a tour planned, like a bunch of dates. He was going to pay, like the pay was going to be good. And he said he had a bus.
Okay.
So me and my drummer buddy, we drive, and he's in Wisconsin. And we drive up to Wisconsin. And this individual, none of those things are true. The bus is an RV. And I saw that, and I was like, "Oh no, this individual lies." So we get it, and and this is just a cover gig, by the way.
Right.
So I'm like in there, and I'm like organizing the merch or whatever, and we go out for like the first run, and we get we get a flat tire, like it's a bunch of stuff, whatever, and we're out there, and we're only out there for like 2.5 months, and I sold my car.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Like, he said that we would be on the road indefinitely. He was like playing on like months and months and months. And I was like, cool. And he was like on the off weeks. He said on the off weeks you can just stay at my house because he had like a spare bedroom. And I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna sell my car and I'm just gonna live on the road full time. I was like 19, 20. I didn't know what I was doing.
So like last year.
So like so
it was like a few weeks ago.
So a few weeks ago. So we get 2.5 months into this thing. We're in Deadwood, South Dakota. Ever been there? Phenomenal town. Love it. We're there, and he goes, "Hey, fellas, by the way, I ran out of money, and we got to go home." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I just sold my car like 2 months ago to be out on the road with you full time." He's like, "Yeah, sorry, I can't pay you."
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I've got two.
Then we drove 32 hours home.
Yeah,
straight.
Of course you did.
Stayed up for 32 hours and drove home.
Of course you did. The things you do, folks. The things you do for love. Speaking of love.
Okay.
A lot of people know this, but I played trombone in high school. I think we talked about this, but I was the first chair in the state of Ohio.
Spell chair.
Chair, Chi-A-I-Jar.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so my high school. I was weird. Okay, I was the jock. Was the music weird nerd. I loved music, and they convinced me to dress up as Figaro. Okay? I just want you to picture this in your head. If we have a video, I'm going to get my mom to... we do have a video. I'm going to get my mom to send us that video. But they made me dress up in brown satin pants and this wig, this white wig, and a blue satin jacket. And I played Figaro in front of the whole school. And I was voted like class clown 4 years in a row. So like everyone thought it was the funniest
So
thing.
you're saying that's the worst gig for you?
Well, looking back on it,
I'd say that's the best
if
gig.
we have the video, we'll play it right now.
But if we don't have a video,
But if we don't,
hello,
we're back.
we're back.
And then another one was I was doing a show on a lake house or at a lake party on a dock, and this guy, I guess he had been drinking like all day. He comes up, he's in his underpants, whitey tighties. He's dancing right up in front of my piano. I'm playing some song on the piano, and he falls and and hits my piano, and my $4,000 keyboard was about to fall onto the thing, which is right next to the lake, by the way. So we're on the edge. So I like smack it down. And he like falls. He almost falls like into the lake. What's so great about this story is like a year after it happened, the dude who did it, they had a video of it. They sent me that video on Instagram and they said, "Remember this." And if I can find that, we'll play it right now.
Right now.
Yes. But it was the funniest thing ever. At the time, it wasn't funny because he almost threw my $4,000 piano into
Yeah.
the lake.
Right.
Which you would imagine
You don't want that.
isn't desirable.
No, it's not a great look.
So those are just some fun gig stories.
I would say that's like a best gig story.
Yeah, there's good parts about that. Like the story, like I get to tell it now, but
Yeah, for me too. Both of those.
yeah, those are great for you. I'm glad you lived through
Real
those.
quick, the guitar player from the first one,
Yeah.
he's now, no joke, Peter Frampton's guitar tech.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah. So
The guy from my last one, he's still in the lake.
all right, that's a perfect note to end this episode on.
Well, folks,
we got to figure out.
it's been a good one. We've been all over the place for this one.
We have.
Nick's got quite a lot of editing to do.
Yeah.
But listen, those are some of the worst gig stories. We're going to have a lot of cool guests on coming up soon, and they might tell some of their worst stories.
Tell them about one of the guests coming up.
We are going to have my buddy Spencer Crandall's coming on. And he's one of my related artists on Spotify, and he's really talented and awesome, and he's also a very kind guy.
That'll be next week, probably.
Yeah.
Unless it's not. But
Unless it's not.
It probably will be.
Yeah, it could be. So
Okay, we got to figure this out. So thank you again to Urbana Cafe for, and I think they're doing it. I think they are doing it again soon.
okay, cool. They're gonna give us a different bag.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But anyway, so we've got B and we've got A. I rated my A 3 Raleighs, and
I gave it 2.
You gave it 2, and I rated my B 5 Raleighs.
And I gave mine 7.5 Raleighs.
And we have producer friend Shelly.
Hey, Shelly. Everyone give it up for Shelly.
Woo!
Shelly's in the back.
Which one was? I hope it was B. Which one was Urbana?
It's B.
Urbana was B. So that means that Dairy Queen was A.
Yes. So Dairy Queen, step it up.
Honestly, Dairy Queen, this is just your shout out really quick. Let me at you real quick. Get better.
Hashtag Dairy Queen get better.
There goes,
Hashtag,
and there goes my Dairy Queen endorsement.
hashtag,
There goes Blizzards for life.
hashtag atrocious.
You know what? I will say
Hashtag
one thing about Dairy Queen. I want
Les
to take back
Claypool.
every bad thing I said about their coffee, and here's why. Every single time, go to my Twitter. Every single time that I tweet at Dairy Queen, they respond. They respond. It's
So tweet 'em,
and I
tweet
kind of
'em,
feel
get
like
better.
Dairy is my queen because Dairy Queen always responds to me.
Shelby, did you hear that?
They once gave me a Blizzard for free. So
you-
what bad do I have to say about Dairy Queen? Nothing.
So you're saying if we go
I changed my vote to 10 out of 10 Raleighs
for Dairy Queen?
for Dairy Queen
You can't
because
do
they
that.
respond to my tweets. They gave me a free Blizzard. They always surprise me with the Blizzard of the month. What's it going to be next month? Nobody knows
They do.
except Dairy.
Hashtag Les Claypool. Hashtag Donald Trump.
Hashtag Donald Trump. And we have a P.O. box now.
That's right.
We have a friggin' P.O. box that you can send us coffee. We were going to give you Nick's home address. We were going to give you Nick's home address and social security number, but apparently Nick wasn't cool with that, so we'll work on that.
Here we go. Raleigh's Roast, P.O. Box. We'll put it in the thing, too.
Yep, P.O. Box.
I just want to say it.
I want to say it,
no one's going to pay attention.
Say it together.
Roast. Raleigh's Roast. P.O. Box 89, White House, Tennessee 37188.
Yeah, that was excessive.
It was.
But honestly, now they get it. They get how important it is to send us coffee.
Send me a hat.
Send Nick hats.
Send mugs.
Send mugs. Send coffees. Little plug really quick. Smoothie King gift cards are always appreciated.
Yes.
I eat there. I think I had it every day.
Or the Lord's Chicken.
Chick-fil-A. You can't send chicken in the mail.
You could send a gift card.
Oh, yeah.
We're soliciting your fans for free stuff.
You know, solicitation is welcome.
There's probably rules against that.
No.
Don't tell.
Give us all the things.
Don't tell. Goodbye.
It's been real. Until next time, this is Raleigh's Roast. Did you know that every single time you subscribe to this podcast, you make a puppy smile?